Hello, pioneers, and welcome back to Satisfactory 1.0. Fantastic, Mr. Ghost. We are looking at this big pit, which has oil in it, as promised. This is what we're going to work on today. Hope I can get it all done. There's creatures everywhere. I got a zoop. So the plan today is to build out over this gigantic hole. I'm going to build at that level right there, because I am not going down into this area. No. So let's take a look really quick here. We haven't really taken a look down here. Oh, there's a slug. Might as well grab him now. Loop. There we go. Squishy slug. We got some fart rocks that I'll take care of, maybe. I like just blowing them up because they're fun. Now, down here is all the water you'll ever need. All right, here's an oil slick right here. And a doggo. There we go. Lizard doggo. That's one of many down here in this area. Whoa! So what I want to do is mark that by going into the production. Oil extractor, pop it. There we go. That was kind of weird. So we got a normal here. Might as well overclock it, and that's 300. Now, I know there's more down here, so we're going to do this. And you can see there's one there. Look at all these. 1, 2. They're everywhere. Oh, yeah, so we do get the claimed icon. That's so helpful. And another one way over there. Ah, here's one here. So I'm going to grab that. Plop it. Not plop it. There we go. Oh, I love this ammo. This is the best ammo ever. Alright, this one is a normal as well. Ah, we got another one right here. This one looks like a pure. Yes, it is. Hey, look at that. We got a summer sloop over here I've missed. Thank you very much. Okay, in this cave, there are 2 more. And then there's one over there, which I'll get in a second. But there might be... It says 2, but I want to say there's more than just one. Yeah, there's 2 oil slicks right here. I think that's it for here. Okay, we got another pure. And, oh, 2 pure. So now you know why I came over here. Alright, we'll plop some of the extractors down here. Sucker. Give me the guts. Give me the Mercer. Ah, there it is. I went right by it. Oh, wow, look at this. Another Mercer sphere just sitting over here. They're everywhere. And that's good because, you know, I'd rather have more than you need, because then you can set up as many storages as you see fit. Now, let's see what this one is here. Oh, impure. Okay. I think they richened this up, man, because I don't remember this being so good. Holy cow. Oh, there might be a geyser here. All right. Well, while we're here, we might as well pop that on. This is a pure node here, 600. Not bad. So we'll hook that in when I get the train stop in and all that. And I think I'm over there somewhere. But yeah, let's get back to where we started over here. All right, got a radar connected now. So now, ooh, wait, I have a radar over here? Oh, this is the plains over here, yeah. Lots of resources. I don't know what's going on. They got these white boxes around the train stops. They got another bug over here, too. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It only appears after a little while, I notice it. And it's on the map view, too, which is really annoying. But, I turned off all the icons. It's so noisy. limestone. Normal. We can utilize that one. Here's another one. Limestone. That's not too far. That's beltable, I think, over here. This one is surely beltable. We got a Sam too. Yeah, plenty of stuff here. I could go with the coal and well, I don't want to do iron ingots. I just want to go right to from iron ore to it's quicker, it's easier. Okay, well, let's get started on filling this hole and starving out all the life here. Well, there's really no life here anyway. That's a copper patch there. Okay, very cool. All right, time to zoop. After hours of zooping and zooping on top of zooping, I finally completed the platform. Is it overkill? Well, of course it is. While I was zooping, I come to find out, well, concrete's not really working very well. I guess I better upgrade that. So I spaghettied in a couple more machines. 4 to be exact, and thanks to this big rock next to me, well, I had to do that spaghetti. Yep, tastes good though. More concrete, more problems, but easily solved. So now, Mark III with 1200 speed Mark VI belt for both concrete mines. Keep in mind that concrete is used for the transporters. Oh, speaking of those, I've now set up 4 transporters. One for the planes, one for rocket fuel power, another for the dunes where all the parts will be made, and the oil field. It seems that no matter where I am on the map, it's 2 singularity cells per minute. But when you fast travel through these portals, the concrete gets slurped up pretty quick. So that's another reason for beefing up the concrete, which was bound to happen. Now that the massive platform is complete, it's time for rail and the train stops. I'm establishing a 90-degree turn here for the very first train stop to go in. And there it is. I love that we can lock the hologram in and fly around it to make sure it's all lined up. Then commit. Now to connect the output line and put a stub down for the input line. Now that first stop is in, I can plop down the next 3. Plastic, rubber, steel pipe, and steel beams. Can't hover without power, so let's connect that in. I'm going in small sections because it allows you to signal in better resolution, and it breaks the blocks up a lot easier. That does the output. Now for the input lines. Now let's plop some trains down and test this thing out. Here we go, maiden run. Looks like everything is working. All 4 trains are in. This is the final one. Here's test train number 1 to make sure that the stub prior to the loading area has enough space to release the block, and it does. And here's train number 2. And we're all green. Now it's time for wet concrete so that we can make the steel beams and the pipes. There's 2 limestone mines, as I noted prior. Each are normal, and it will be 1,200 limestone a minute. And I'm not afraid of long belts. Limestone number 1 brought into where limestone number 2 is. Now let's merge them up. And a 1,200 belt to pop it on down. I love these lifts. Let's power them up. There's number 1. And now number 2. Wait, Mercer Sphere. Gotta stop and get it. Time to flow the limestone. So this is 600 limestone a minute. I'm using the Mark V belt, 780 a minute. Can't use the other one, it'd be too slow. All combined and ready to be consumed. Now I'm plopping down refineries here. The numbers work out to 10 refineries for 1,200 limestone a minute, and that'll output 800 concrete a minute. The next calculation I'll make is what's the limiting factor for our steel production. We don't need as many beams as pipe, so what I'm going to do is just kind of split it in half and then adjust it later, because right now I'm just trying to get these systems up and running. Now it's time to power it up. Can't hover without power. There's an iron patch here for 1,200 a minute. That will be for our steel once we get petroleum coke up and running. Limestone is connected, so now let's work on the outputs. All merged up. The goal here is to be as low as possible so I don't have to head lift the water up. Each water extractor is overclocked to 200, 1 water extractor to 2 refineries. And there we go, wet concrete complete. Oh, delicious oil. Now that's a normal patch for 300 oil a minute. And we're going to slurp it up in these refineries and make some residual, no, it's heavy oil residue. There we go. That's what we're going to make. And then we're going to take it and make coke. We got to power these things up because my hover pack won't work. Now I'm using the merger splitter tricks here on the lifts because we need to export that polymer resin, which we'll make into plastic. And guess what? We're going to put it on a train. All belted up and ready to go. Now we need to plop down some refineries to convert the polymer plastic into plastic. But we need a little bit of water, so we'll put that down in a second. Using those fancy splitters and plopping them right on those lifts. I love it. All right, let's pipe these water connections up here. Drop the pipe down and hook a water extractor up. This water extractor only needs to be set to 67 water a minute. Connect it up, but I'll have to come back and put a head lifter on it. For now, what I'm going to do is shred up the polymer resin into, or this is the plastic, until I can get it on the train. There's the head lift. Now it's time to hook up the heavy oil residue to Coke machines or refineries. This is a direct insert, so it's 40 heavy oil residue in to the Coke, and we get 120 Coke out. So that means we'll have 1,200 Coke for our steel processing. Let's power those babies up and merge it together. Now this is all going to be redone after this here section. I screwed up on some numbers. I was thinking I had 1,600 Coke. Nope. I have 1,200 Coke, 1,200 iron ore, and that will produce 1,600 steel ingots. And I was thinking 1,600 Coke for some reason. Now the oil is connected, and we're making Coke. Heck yeah. One step closer to steel ingots. Alrighty, pioneers, we have steel ingots. Holy cripes. Well, I hope I didn't screw anything up on my numbers. The Coke is struggling here. I don't know why. That iron ore is flying, though. So what I'll do is I'll hook up a sink at the end here and test it. At least I think I should. So there we go. Coke steel ingot, folks. Now, I said in my my commentary that I did screw up on my... I thought I had 1,600 Coke. I have 1,200. It's 120 times 10. So I corrected that. But it looks like we got a full belt. Look, what was that? Why was there an E on that? Oh, probably the thing there. So anyway, yeah, so we're looking good. Now, one of the things I have to do, I was going to split the lines. It's 1600 steel. And so that means, yeah, this is running fine. We're all cranking out here. Oh, wow, it's already, oh, it's still going. Okay. Let's turn my light on. There we go. This, I can't get rid of this thing. I can't blow it up. That annoys me. Whatever. So it looks like we're flying. Yeah, it looks pretty good. 1200. So next episode, woo! Next episode, we're going to work on the pipe, beam, hopefully plastic and rubber. I'll see how much I can fit in. I'll put my thing back on here. Yeah, it really depends. And the strategy is, well, I got that plastic down there. Look at how much room I have. I probably overestimated on the room, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. Because I could do more here. I could do more processing here. Because we have SAM over here. SAM ore. Let's go to our map. Oh, I got a SAM impure here, as well as here. And, oh, I got to tie in these right here. These are two, pure geysers. And I got to tie this one in. I might wait a little bit on that one, though. Well, yeah, I can wait. I'm going to wait because once this is all done, then I'll tie them in. All you need to do, it's just a constructor. And, you know, you mine it, throw it in a constructor, and you got the reanimated SAM. And from there, we can train it to the main base. Oh, yeah. I got some nitrogen here, too. I want to pick that up. So I have this platform here that I went to. Or I pulled this platform out here. And what I plan on doing is pulling this rail down. And then I can get the... I hear a thing. There it is, right there. Holy cripes. It's behind all these rocks over here. So anyway, yeah, here's the nitrogen. We're going to need this for something. Somewhere down the road. Well, what I can do is I can tap this and the SAM over here. Holy cow. Look at this. I'm way back here. Wow. I'm behind this thing where I was at for the oil. And look at this. There's this huge cave here. And there's the SAM. I'm looking all over for this stupid impure piece of crap. Getting this SAM out of here, it's going to be a long belt. A long belt. I think that... Let's see. Boy, how do I get out of here? I think over here. So yeah, you basically have to belt this impure out of here. And then go out this cave. I don't know. Why would you run a train for an impure? Yeah, no. So we go through here. And there we go. Now we're out. There's some fart rocks or whatever over here. Look at this. So I'd have to come up over and have a train stop. Well, I would do the constructors. We could pick up the nitrogen here and the SAM reanimated. But I want to bring it back to the main area where we're going to do all the space elevator parts. And then you need pipe and wire to do the triangular things. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. I don't know. It's not too bad of a belt, I guess. Because I already got the nitrogen there. We'll have a train pickup for that. And then we'll pick up the other stuff there. There's a lot of SAM on the map, but it's just really awkward to get to. All right, folks. Yeah, so I got to get the numbers together and see how I want to do this. They're kind of awkward numbers because we're going to get 1,600 out. And the beams take more steel than the pipe. The beams we're going to turn into screws specifically. I think that's pretty much it. And then the pipe is used for the reinforced beams and, you know, other things like stators and whatnot. There's all kinds of stuff we need pipe for. So I might skew this heavy on pipe and then, you know, a certain amount for the beams. I'm actually considering bringing maybe some limestone in here to do more wet concrete, but I'll see about that. I'll make that decision later. Now, this isn't the end all the be all. I can do another steel build. I don't need to use coke. I can use coal. I can use iron. Well, it's iron and coal. So, yeah, that's, it's not a big deal. Steel doesn't bother me. It's just the setup, all this setup just to get to this point. Okay, so yeah, next episode I'll get the numbers. We'll do the pipe and the beams. I'm gonna put them into the first 2 stops there, and then plastic and rubber. I'm thinking of pumping the oil up here and doing the plastic and rubber up here, and the fuel, because I don't know. I'll think about it, because I have to pipe up all the oil and then do fuel, plastic, rubber. We get the HOR out, and then we get polymer as well. I think we do, let's see, it's oil to rubber with heavy oil residue, and then we do the doubler with the fuel, and the heavy oil residue that we get out of the plastic and rubber process before the doubling, we have to turn that into fuel. And I was going to leave it non-diluted and then do another fuel part, just HOR to fuel, and then we get the polymer resin from that. I can combine it with the one that I have for steel coke, for the coke for steel. So I'll have to figure that all out. But my whole goal is to overproduce a little bit on the fuel, or try and get it to be balanced perfectly by using the non-diluted and diluted together, so that I don't have to come over here and start messing with it, because the plastic as it is the rubber and plastic doubling recipe is such a pain in the butt. All right, so that's all we're going to do today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Peace out.